price of a cryptocurrency or a stock doesn't matter at all. And a lot of people don't understand this. This is something that a lot of people think is really important early on in crypto. They think that some cryptocurrency that's at a hundredth of a cent or something like that, a penny, has a lot more potential than something that's at $10. But they're looking at the wrong metric. And I want to talk to you about that here today because this is imperative. This is something you need to know if you're going to invest in stocks or in crypto. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on that bell notification underneath the video. Maybe send this to someone that doesn't know as much about this as they probably should. So let's get into it. Bitcoin is around $30,000. Ethereum's at $1,800. BNB is at $244. None of this really matters. Of course, if you're looking at one specific asset and it goes up, let's say Bitcoin goes up to 60,000, well, then we know that it doubled or just about doubled, right? But comparing different assets and comparing their price doesn't really make sense. When you look at Solana versus Cardano down here, Solana's $24, Cardano's 29 cents. So some people think that, oh, well, if Cardano just does 100x, it would be the same size as Solana. That would make sense because it's less expensive. Just like when you go and buy something at the store, something costs 25 cents. Well, it's 1/100th the cost of something that's $25. But that's not true in crypto. And the reason for that is the price doesn't really matter. What matters is the market cap. Solana at $24 is actually less expensive than Cardano at 29 cents. And let me show you that by using this. Let me get myself out of the way a little bit. So let's say I start a company and it's valued at $1 million. I can go make that company public, or I can do the same thing with crypto. It doesn't really matter. We could do crypto or a company here. And I can make 1,000 shares at $1,000 a share. Or I can make 1,000,000 shares at $1. If the company declines in value or gains in value, it doesn't really matter, but the company declines in value 50%. Well, those 1,000 shares are going to go down to $500. The 1,000,000 shares are going to go down to 50 cents. They both have a 50% decline, and it doesn't matter the price. And it's the same thing on the upside, right? If it goes up 50%, if the company gains in value, well, there's a 50% increase. It doesn't matter how expensive the share is at all. It could be $1 million share. It could be $1 million share. It goes up by 50%. The percentages don't change at all. So someone that's looking at a cryptocurrency that's worth 1 penny, that could go down 50%, just as something that's worth $10 million can go down 50%. What matters is the value of the company. So I could have, let's say I have 1,000 shares at $1,000. I could have a company that's worth 1,000,000 times this company. I could have a company that's worth $1 trillion, and it could have shares that are at $1 or 1 cent, right? And that company is still much more expensive than this company that has 1,000 shares at $1,000. What you have to look at is what the company is actually valued at, and that's called the market cap. So on a page like this is CoinGecko. You can look at a variety of data from prices to how the assets have performed over the last 24 hours to the market cap. The market cap is really what you're looking at to determine the size. And you can see here, it's sorted by market cap. So right now, for example, if we go down to that same scenario as before, Cardano and Solana, Cardano is sitting around a $10.3 billion market cap. Solana's a $9.46 billion market cap. So this one's actually less expensive than Cardano. The difference is Solana just is cut up into less pieces. So you can cut up a pie into as many pieces as you want. You still have the same size of pie. Just like this, you can cut up Solana into however many Sol tokens you want or Solana tokens you want, but that doesn't really matter too much. What matters is the market cap. When you're investing in a cryptocurrency that's 1 cent, don't look at the 1 cent, look at the market cap. Because if it's already a $10 trillion or a $10 billion company, $10 billion crypto, it's not going to necessarily move up that quickly, even if it's at a fraction of a penny, because you still have to have a ton of people come in and buy because it's already valued at so much overall. There are just a ton of tokens out there. Something that's also important to look at is not just the market cap, but the total market cap, the fully diluted market cap. And this is something a lot of people don't understand either. So the circulating supply looks at how many ADA tokens are in existence right now. Like how many are on the market. So that is the circulating supply. The total supply, or the max supply, is really what you want to look at. The max supply looks at how many ADA tokens, and this is Cardano, this ADA is Cardano, how many tokens are going to be on the market at the end of them diluting. So for example, with Cardano, right, you can do something called staking. You can get staking rewards, which basically allows you to lock up your Cardano. And it does a variety of things that's beyond the scope of this video, but they'll give you a reward for doing it. Maybe 4%, 5%. It changes depending on the cryptocurrency, but that's a reward. Those tokens have to come from somewhere. And they're coming to the market as new supply. Same thing with Bitcoin that's being mined. It's going to push up the overall supply until it hits the max supply of 21 million. So one thing that's important to look at is the amount that's already circulating. So right now for ADA, it's 77.8%. With Bitcoin, I believe it's around 90% right now, maybe even a little bit more than that. There's a new cryptocurrency that came out recently called WorldCoin, and their circulating supply is only 1.23%. This is something that's really important for new investors because they don't realize that even if the market cap's small, like this market cap is 240 million for WorldCoin, the fully diluted market cap is already about 20 billion. So this means that if the price stays exactly the same, this would be worth $20 billion by the time that all the tokens are out. Now, why does this matter? It matters because these tokens are going to come to the market in one way or another. Maybe it's rewards. Maybe it's new people signing up for their app. Maybe it's early investors that are going to get a lot of tokens because they invested and they were given a ton of tokens for investing early in the project. Maybe it's team members. Maybe it's marketing. But what this means is there are going to be a lot of people that get new tokens. And a lot of people do like to sell. Let's say you invest in this early on and you all of a sudden made $15 million and you're worth just $1 million otherwise. So you're worth now like $16 million and 95% of your wealth is in this one token. Well, you're probably going to sell a good portion of that off. So what this means is when there's a small circulating supply compared to the max supply, it means that there's probably going to be a lot of selling pressure. You can break this down. I believe this token, from what I remember, is going to have their max supply in about 10 years or 15 years. So that means there are going to be about 100 times more tokens in 15 years than there are right now. So what this means is this is going to become a lot easier to buy because there are going to be a lot more tokens, meaning if there's not a lot of people coming in to buy this token and there are people selling, the price is probably going to go down. And that's something that you really have to pay attention to in crypto is how much are they diluting each year? Are they diluting 2%, 5%? Something like Ethereum is actually deflationary right now. So it actually becomes harder and harder to get your hands on because they're actually losing circulating supply. They're burning it. So you want to look at all those different assets, all those different parts of an asset when you're getting into a cryptocurrency. And if you want me to follow up on this video and explain it a little bit more, let me know in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope this video is valuable because a lot of people just get stuck on the prices. They look at $1 or 1 cent or $1,000 and they think that's what matters when it really doesn't. That's just a psychological game that some people play with you to try to make you think that their asset is really inexpensive. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Thank you so much. If you want to know what I'm buying and selling in the crypto industry or in stocks, you can check out the link to the Patreon underneath the video where I give people real-time alerts whenever I buy or sell an asset. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.